became a star at just 15 years old with her first smash hit single, Shout. It was 55 years ago.
Well, Lulu is back on... Was it 55? It can't
No, it's
be.
not possible.
She doesn't look old enough.
No, she's not.
She joins us live from Newcastle, freshman performance last night. Lulu, good morning to you.
Hey, Piers, how you doing?
How is it even physically possible that you have been performing for 55 years? You don't look 55. I look what you should be.
I'm not 55, I'm 70.
Well, here's the problem.
Can you hear me?
I'm 54, you're 70, but you look my age and I look yours. What is the secret?
Good living, good living. Actually, it's the music, you know. I always say that the music has kept me going, for sure. I live to make music, and I'm still, because I'm on tour. I mean, this is the second tour I've done this year.
Oh, my
I did
goodness.
the first one with Take That. I did 40 nights with them, and then now I'm doing 40 nights of my own tour. And to be honest with you, I live to make the music, so I do what I love, and I think that's a big thing in life. If you're lucky enough to have a job that you love...
Then you don't work a day in your life, you're absolutely right.
I can't even imagine what it must be like to have a job you love.
Oh, you love this job. Lulu, just tell me, when you go out on stage...
He so loves it!
He does, he loves it, he loves it. When you go out on stage, what kind of energy does the crowd give you? What is that experience like? You've done it for so many years, and to still get so much out of it.
I have. On this tour, it's completely different, this tour. I think a lot of people are surprised when they come because I have had such, as we've both sort of mentioned, a long life, a long career. So when I go out, I am so loving what I do, and I think an audience gets that. I think people get that. You know, if you come in a miserable mood, everybody goes, ugh. But if you go out doing something that you even if I'm not in a good mood, before I start, I get into a good mood because of the music. I mean, I think that's one of the gifts and one of the blessings in my life that I've always had. I've always been able to sing, and it is, you know, music is my first love, and it will be my last. I think that's what the audience get. And you know, it's kind of a two-way thing. It's like a bit of a love affair you have with your audience. And in the end, everybody's up dancing. And, you know, the things you guys have been talking about this morning, my head is spinning.
Yes.
And you know, there's so many, people have so many problems. We've got so much to think about, so many problems to be solved, that if you can go out at night to a gig, a live gig, just kick your shoes off and have some fun for an hour or two, I mean, that's why I'm glad to do what I do.
Music is a great unifier. You know, when you watch a great musical performance by a great star,
absolutely,
it doesn't matter where you sit politically or anything else. Some of the biggest stars in the world have, you know, fan bases from all sides of the political debate and so on. What has happened, Lulu, in this country, do you think, where we've lost the ability to debate in a civil manner, where we just have to end up screaming about everything?
Well, I think there's so much to think about. There's so many issues. Life is getting more and more complicated. You know, it's kind of hard. You feel hard. It's hard. No, I don't find it hard to be heard. But it's hard to be. It's hard to be heard. So that's why people have to shout. But you know, I always win that one. I just think it's this. So much, and because when you get older, you know, I'm much more chilled than I used to be. I was always running. Now I take time to smell the roses. Now I appreciate what I've got. I'm not looking at what I haven't got. So I think it's just very difficult for everybody. So that's why, as you say, music unites everybody. And it's, you know, we need to take some time to chill.
Do we also need, though, Lulu?
I don't know what the answers to the world's problems are.
No, but do we need fundamentally to toughen up a bit? My theory for a while is we've just all gone a bit soft.
Oh, my God, I was just like that when I was young. I was so, you know, everything was black and white. You know, for instance, you know, when I do the music on stage, I go through every single year, every decade, you know, on stage, and I look back. I'm now able to look back and see, you know, that when I was young, even though I was extremely successful, you know, working with the Beatles, you know, hanging with the Stones, you know, on a big movie, and all the things that came to me, a wee lassie from Glasgow, I was still very anxious and very driven. Today, I'm still ambitious and I'm still driven. I'm still waiting to be discovered. But there's something that happens with age. Hopefully it happens to everybody, a little bit of wisdom. And I would tell my younger self, everything is okay. It really is okay. And it's the anxiety and the stress that really is. And I meditate. So I would tell a young person to go and learn how to meditate, because then you give yourself a moment to breathe, and then you give yourself a moment to, like, reboot, in fact, refresh. But it's hard to tell young people unless they ask you. So maybe I'll just keep my lips zipped and just keep singing.
Lulu, I think it would be a very sad day for the world if you ever kept your lip zipped. So it's great to talk to you this morning. Fabulous, you're still rocking out there. You look great. You sound great. If you haven't seen Lulu in concert, go and give yourself a treat.
Thank you.
She is one of the greats. Lulu, lovely to speak to you.
All right, it's such fun. You can't get in tomorrow night, though.
Oh,
but maybe
Sold
some of the
out.
other gigs.
Sold out, of course you are.
Lulu,
a proper
sold
star.
out.
Lulu,
Sold
lovely
out.
to talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
Lovely to see you.
bless.
So there we go, Piers.
She's great, Lulu.
Whenever you have a moment of anxiety, perhaps over veganism,
I don't have moments of anxiety.
or the feminists you don't like.
I don't have moments of anxiety.
You can just meditate.
I think about previous generations. I think about the wartime generations.
Meditate on that.
Through both the world wars. And I try and teach myself perspective. Really, things are pretty good right now. It's a good time to be alive.